Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Saturday. Actually, it's October the 9th. It's not October the 6th. That's too funny. Must have hit the wrong key, obviously. So, I've got some TRO HL5 updates I want to go over with you. And just so you know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Okay, TRO HL5. The first upgrade I want to talk to you about, or modification, showing the higher close, lower close, and showing the higher low, lower high. So, if I set this to true, then we'll get these two lines to show on the chart. Now, along with that, also, we can shade it. So I want to shade from the highest close and lowest close, set that to true, but I have the highest low, lowest high set to false. Okay, now I'm going to use a one minute period. So it doesn't matter what chart you look at, you'll still have the 1 minute period. My bar's 34. This is going to simulate the 3 ball and the 3 level ZZ indicator. Okay, and then if you come down here, you can pick your colors too. So this is what we have. We have the highest close right here, and it happened 28 bars ago, and the highest low happened 32 bars ago. And so what you want to do is, when you see these lines, when price gets up here, this is where you want to go short. Now here at the bottom side, 5 bars ago, we had the lowest close, and 4 bars ago, we had the lowest high. I'm sorry, 34 bars ago. No, 5 bars ago, we had the lowest high. I'm getting this mixed up. Right now, what this is saying is that these numbers here, this is 4 pips above this level, and it's 5 pips above this level. Now, there's one other modification I made, because, see, I really don't like that 5th digit, but some people do. So under the My Display Decimals, I have 0 decimals, but if you want to have it down to the points, then you can see here. So once again, 5 bars ago, we had the lowest high. 5 bars ago, we had the lowest close. 32 bars ago, we had the highest low. And 28 bars ago, we had the highest close. And so when price got down here, you see, you can take the trade anywhere from the shaded area up into the line. So this is like the first trigger. This would be the second. So this is also like a holo trade. It's because usually the close and the open are the same, but you can see here we had a slight gap up. But it's just when I coded it, since I already had coded a holo indicator, I said, no, in here I'll use close rather than open. But you can use them interchangeably, basically, especially if you get on higher time frames. So normally when I'm trading, I'm looking at a 5-minute chart, but I still like to have the 1 minute because I'm simulating that 3 ball once again. So you can see here, you could take a short out of here, but usually I don't want to go against the M5 candle color. So here, there was a nice short to be had all the way down. And that's how I use that feature of TRO HL5. Next up is what I call the range targets. So you got a range target high, range target low. And how does that work? Well, what you do is you come down here and you set show range targets to true. Then you have a range target multiplier, okay? And here I have 0.5. Now, what it does is it figures out, I'll have to show you one other thing. Where is it? Moving average, 5, simple, close price. If I remember correctly, what this does is it looks at, wait a minute, you know what? I'm going to have to pause the video. I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay, I looked up the code and I would have told you something wrong. What the range target does is it looks at the previous high, previous low, calculates the range. Now, then we use half of that range going from open to the target and from open to the target. And so so usually what you do is you want to shoot for those targets when you're taking your trade, and usually they get taken out. I'm going to pause the video once again. Okay, it's not from the open. So the range target is from the previous high and from the previous low. So, because if you look at the chart, you can usually see how these range targets get taken out. So especially if you're scalping. So for example, here, let's see, we've got a high at 36.18. We got a target at 21. So thinking we could pick up a quick pip or so if it breaks this high. Where it really comes in is looking at the hourly chart, because usually when it breaks, especially during the London and the New York sessions, you can see you have a pretty good break there. So that's how you set up the indicator for the range targets. And finally, I don't think I made a video about this one, but I added some ATR code into the HL5 indicator. So what we're showing here is we've got show high, show low, show the close. Okay. And then down here we have my ATR period 14. My ATR chart period is 1 day. So we're going to calculate the ATRs, 14-day ATRs. Now, of course, you can make this current if you prefer. And we're going to show the distance as ATR percent. So if you look here, today's high was 43% of the ATR from the open. Yesterday's high is 24% of ATR from the today's open. The future pivot point, it was 6%. The previous or the current close is at 6% ATR. The previous day's close was at 0%, because once again, usually open and close are about the same, so it's right there, the open. The pivot point was only 6%. Today's low was 30% from the open of the ATR, and yesterday's was 43. So you can use these as some targets. And then we also have previous days open plus ATR here, open minus ATR at 100%. So you can see if you go a full ATR, and here's the daily open 100%, where that would be. So this would be an extreme move from the open. Usually you'll get somewhere around 50%. So on Friday, NFP day of all days, it hit 43% above, which is it's you know, the ranges are compressed. it was just a really strange NFP where I think, if I remember correctly, we didn't even have a pair with a range over 100. It was just a really compressed day. So those are the new additions. And if you want to get that indicator, what you have to do is go over to Kreslik.com, look for the 2021 MT4 mother load, and then you can get all of the indicators. And it's free, no donations required. You can download them. And I'll just give you a heads up. In there, this is the code on the range targets. In that mother load, there's also an updated TRO, dynamic support resistance, 3-level ZZ, all those mods, the TRO mid dots, because we also have the highest low, lowest high mid dots, so you can basically trace along the screen where those mid dots were, or actually the high, low, low, high dots. I just put it all in the same indicator and just gave you options what to turn on and off, rather than just copy and paste and having to load up a whole bunch of indicators. Trying to think, was there anything else? 3-level ZZ. Of course, I think I already posted the dollar TRO time indicator that gave you the seasonal bias. So let me know if you have any questions about using TRO HL5. And just do me one favor. Don't post this on other forums, please. Don't do that, because I want to make sure people know where to come and get the latest and greatest version. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to tell you about this indicator. Oh, one thing that you may not know, it does have a gauge, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Show gauge. Because most of the times I don't have the gauge on, but basically it'll just tell you the values for these levels and how far above and below price is from those levels. So, but instead of having the gauge, I actually now have this information right here on the chart. So it's a little more handy, especially because screen real estate is definitely at a premium. And I'm looking to see if there's anything else I need to tell you about. I think that's it. So I hope you like it, because this really is kind of the Swiss Army knife indicator. You know, all the horizontal lines you'll need, or you can pretty much get from this indicator and then some. So I hope you guys find it profitable. But it doesn't matter what indicator or method you use. It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.